Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Fangame Showcase on Bottles, and we're playing Emma's Diner, a game by Queasy, I think it said. A link, once again, will be in the description to play this game. So, I wanted to play a more traditional Five Nights at Freddy's game, which is why you're getting this. This is actually a browser game on GameJolt, so let's jump right into it. It seems we're in a fucking ambulance. Did we just get into a fucking car accident? Do we have a psychic friend Bonnie? Like, jump scares? Yes. Isn't that kind of the point of Five Nights at Freddy's? Alright, so Emma's Diner. Okay, so it has an interesting style. The stars move along with my mouse. Code. There's a code system in this game? Okay. Hello. Alright, let's play the game. Oh, is this just going to be here now? Can I... Oh, whoops. Did not mean to do that. Alright. Use space to flash away Emma. However, flashing uses 2 power. Okay. So that's it?
Hello, and welcome to a shift at Emma's Diner. During this training tape, I will be required to tell you the following. How to function cameras, how to defend yourself from the very unlikely intruders, and company protocol for the cameras. All you have to do is click on your monitor and select your camera of choice. For the very unlikely intruders or malfunctioning of our animatronics, please listen. The skipper is peeking out of his code, flashing with the light we equip that camera. For Emma, flash your light at her to scare her. And finally, Jared may move through the vents. Close the vent door using the cans. You should be fine. And finally, we have to talk about the rules and regulations of M Entertainment. Please do not tinker or damage the animatronic characters. Save power for the next day and stay safe. Best regards, M Entertainment.
Okay. Was there a second one there? I guess there was. But, like, I only know what to do for one of them. So, what do I do? I like that little effect that it does, where it kind of, like, fades into it, and then it, like, fades out of it. That's pretty sick. That was a big noise. And I'm dead now, with no warning. I wish this code thing would go away. Yeah, sure, super punch out. Okay. Code. I don't know, man. Okay. Let's try again.
Hello, and welcome to a shift at Emma's Diner. During this training tape, I will be required to tell you the following. How to function cameras, how to defend yourself from the very unlikely intruders, and company protocol for the cameras. All you have to do is click on your monitor and select your camera of choice. For the very unlikely intruders or malfunctioning of our animatronics, please listen. The skipper is peeking out of his code, flashing with the light we equip that camera. For Emma, flash your light at her to scare her. And finally, Jared may move through the vents. Close the vent door using the cans. You should be fine. And finally, we have to talk about the rules and regulations of M Entertainment. Please do not tinker or damage the animatronic characters. Save power for the next day and stay safe. Best regards, M Entertainment.
Okay. How do I know how much power I have? Do I just guess? Also, I hate that it defaults me to cam 1. I can't just start on the camera that I left off on. Okay. Got it. Okay, I think I understand now. Oh, that's my battery. Okay. Okay, that's simple enough. Okay, this doesn't seem that bad. Seems pretty easy, all things considered. No, I don't want to type anything. Get Super Punch Out. Go away. I so regret clicking that fucking code thing. Are you gonna do anything? Are you gonna do anything, or are you just gonna stand there? Okay. So I should be Gucci. This night was pretty fucking quick. Okay. So is that the night? Did I win? Also, I noticed that she changes when he leaves. That's pretty sick. That's pretty cool. It's a nice attention to detail. Okay. I did it! Ears. Okay, so I guess it's like a loading thing. So should I be writing down these codes so I don't lose my progress? What happens if I type ears? Okay. I guess it's if I like leave and then come back, I could type in the code and then start where I left off, because there's no save mechanics. This is a browser game. Okay. So let's continue. Night 2. I also see it's another one of those fan games where they boot you to the title screen after every night.
Hello, you there? Do not know if I can make it anymore. I think I have to know tomorrow because things are tricky around here. They watch them more live lately. This is my last message to you.
Get out, no good.
Yeah, you gotta go.
The fuck was that? Is he trying to flirt with me? Okay. So, for one thing, my guy, you gotta make it so that I can hear the phone call. Like, it's very mumbly. Like, I do not know what you said to me. Step number 1. Step number 2, oh, okay, I gotta go back. Okay. Okay, so far so good. Nothing too different. Okay, he has his hand out. He probably has, like, multiple stages of being out of the Pirate's Cove, so I'll probably wait till like the second one, and then I'll be a little bit more concerned. And then I'll flash him, because I don't want to waste too much battery. What the fuck does that mean something in this game, or is that just for fun? I think it's just for fun. Yeah, I'm gonna say that was just for fun. Because, like, in Five Nights at Freddy's, it's, like, just, like, a ambiance thing to be creepy, but, like, how am I supposed to know that for, like, this game? Alright, he's in the vents, I'm gonna close it, he's gone, and I'm safe. The nights are pretty short, I'm not gonna lie. Also, Emma has not done a single thing. This guy is just showing me his hand like I give a shit. No one's really doing anything. I'm kind of wondering... What? Okay, so he has one stage of being a complete and utter tool. Cool. Good to know. I will keep that in mind when I make sure that he doesn't show that sweet succulent hand skin. Got it. Understood, noted, and now taken into account. Okay.
Hello, you there? Do not know if I can make it anymore. I think I have no two more because things.
I think I have diverticulitis.
More lively.
I don't even know what that means, but it's bad.
Yeah,
It's kind of shitty because, like, I mean, I guess technically they say it in the phone call, which is kind of how FNAF works. But, like, technically the only one that they explicitly tell you about, like, how to prevent is Emma, who hasn't even been active yet. Like, they didn't tell you how this guy worked. They just said flash him when he, like, goes to leave. But, like, apparently going to leave is just poking your hand out of the curtain. And with this guy, or fuck, with this chocolate man over here, I'm hoping that's not bunny racist. They didn't tell you that this is, like, a vent cam. This, like, I could have assumed this was just a really dark party room. So, like, they gotta be a little bit more specific. Also, I don't know if it's just because I'm at night 2, but it really doesn't seem like this is all that difficult. All of me dying so far has just come from misunderstanding of the game. And, like, my battery doesn't go down, like, that quickly. So, like... Oh, shit. What? I shut the vent. Fuck you. I'm talking all this shit about this game, and yet it's kicking my ass. It's, not gonna lie. This game is not difficult. I know I keep saying that and then dying, but again, that just comes more from, like, a misunderstanding of the game rather than, like, me actually screwing up. Because there really isn't a lot to do. There is not a lot to do in this game. There's not a lot to keep track of. Because a good strategy right now is to just sit here, wait for the vent to make a noise, close the vent, and then check on fucking shithead in the curtains. That's, like, the only thing I really have to do. And I win. The code was drink. Boba drink. Boba Fett. So that's night 2. Let's continue straight on to night 3. Any call? Or is he going to be silent today? What does that say? Check for... Or click for cameras, it says. I didn't even see that until now. It says click for cameras in the monitor. I don't know how easy that is to see. Ah, no phone call, huh? Just straight away. Ah. What about you? Can I see your hand yet? But here, I'm going to use the strategy of listening for the vents and then checking over at the curtain and see if that gets me to the end of the night. So I'm going to just sit here and listen for vents. How's everybody doing out there? I hope you're doing okay. Is quarantine treating you nicely? It's treating me pretty okay. I have a lot of alone time, a lot of time to work on things. Okay. That doesn't mean a fucking thing, that's just for fun. But yeah, I've just been chilling, streaming Completionist Challenge, which I'm actually going to be doing after this. So you know, so I can date this episode, I'm going to be streaming Completionist Challenge stream number 6 right after I'm done recording this video. So I hope you check that out, and if not, check out the Completionist Challenge in general. I'm completing a bunch of games. Oh boy. So far, so good. It's 2 a.m. Oh shit. You're just chilling? So Emma's actually active, it seems. Just chilling in front. Oh. Get out of here. Well, that was Emma. Flash you because I'm seeing your little hand meat. And you know what? That's a little bit too risque for this YouTube channel. Thank you very much. You guys read Fazbear Frights? It's actually a pretty fucking good series of books. I just got 1:35 a.m. in the mail. And I can't wait to read through it. Cannot wait to read through it. Been wondering what the stories in this are going to entail. Going into the first book, I knew what every story entailed. But going to the second book, I didn't know anything about Fetch or the Lonely Freddy's or the Plush Trap Chasers. But they're really fucking good stories. They're really fucking good. Though my personal favorite would have to be still the third story from the first book, which is Count the Ways. But maybe one of the stories in this book will change my mind. What are the name of the stories in this book? Oh shit, I beat Night 3. That's cool. The code is Emma. Is that my name? Am I Emma? Oh no, she's Emma. Ha! I'm an idiot. Alright, well, Night 4. Let's make it through. I'm going to employ the same strategy that I used for Night 3 and just listen for vents and then check everything else. So yeah, what are the names of the stories in this book? There's 1:35 a.m., Room for One More, and The New Kid. Room for One More, that title has me intrigued. I can't wait to see what that one is about. Hopefully, if I continue the series, you'll know. I'll talk about Fazbear Frights while I wait for Emma to make a fucking move. Okay. Sorry I'm not doing that much commentary, but, like, what is there to say about this game? Like, there's really not much to it. It's just whatever. It's kind of boring if I'm gonna be honest. Okay. Goodbye. You know, there's only 3 animatronics. And, like, oh, come on. Thank you. And, like, I'm a big fan of, like, games like FNAF 2 or, like, Ultimate Custom Night, where, like, where'd she go? Oh, she's right there. Okay, anyway. I'm a fan of games like Ultimate Custom Night or Five Nights at Freddy's 2, where there's just, like, a million fucking things to keep track of. So it's like, that's like why I'm like kind of bored, because I only have 3 animatronics to worry about. And for the most part, dealing with them doesn't really overlap. So it's not really a lot to do. Like, it's just vents, Pirate Cove, vents, Pirate Cove, make sure someone's not peeking at me through the door. I mean, the game looks good. I like the art style, and, you know, everything certainly works to its advantage. It's just the game, there's, you know, there isn't really an emphasis on story. It's mostly just the gameplay, and that's it. And if I'm to be honest, it's really not that hard. I know I died a lot in the beginning, but, like, again, that wasn't really because the game was difficult. It was because I didn't know the rules. So the password for that was forgotten. We're already at night 5, guys, so let's fucking beat this game. Unless there's a night 6. Then there's only phone calls for the first 2 nights. Like, I understand that some people, like, don't like the phone calls and stuff like that just because, like, it's just stuff you gotta listen to. But, like, I don't know. It helps give context to the story. And, like, you know, it gives the game substance. That's why it was in the first 3 Five Nights at Freddy's games. Was to give the game some kind of substance. There's really nothing here. Like, who's Emma? Who's these? I don't even know the other 2's names. Like, who are these animatronics? Like, they said in the description it's a burger place, but, like, it didn't say that anywhere in the game. At least I didn't hear it from the phone guy who mumbles. Like, you know, it's like, something like this just needs more than just the Five Nights at Freddy's camera system. You know, 3 frames of animation and, like, you know... Oh, I didn't even hear you. You know, it needs a little bit more than just, like, a couple frames of animation, and arts, like, a specific art style, and, like, the, like, familiar gameplay, but it isn't quite the same. Like, it needs a story. That's what made Five Nights at Freddy's popular. That's what made Five Nights at Freddy's a great fucking game, is because... Like, that's what made Five Nights at Freddy's such a good game, was because, you know, it was a really fucking scary game right off the bat. Like, without having to really put that much effort into it. Well, I mean, there was definitely effort put into it. Like, the game was crafted amazingly. But more of in the sense of, like, the game was scary on its own without any of, like, the story. But then adding the story within, like, the Easter eggs and stuff that, like, only certain people will see. That's what made Five Nights at Freddy's. That's what made it what it was and why it's such a global phenomenon. This just has the gameplay, and that's it. And honestly, this is a kind of cool what-if scenario. If Five Nights at Freddy's, or if Scott Cawthon didn't put in the effort to have a bigger story within the game that you can discover through hidden Easter eggs. You know, it probably would have just been any other old indie game that was coming out at the time. Just with a unique concept. It would have been like Sarah is Missing. In my indie horror video, I praised that game to high hell as if it was like the next thing in like the new direction in horror games. And it just, games like that just kind of came and went. And that was that. I mean, there's also an Emma Soda over here, but what the fuck does that... I win. I won. I beat the game. Code lover? Sure. Whatever that means in the context of this universe. I wouldn't know. They didn't tell me. So what... Okay, so there's a night 6. A nightmare mode. Oh, and a couple extras. Let's take a look at the extras. Okay, so we have the animatronics. We got Emma. We got Jared. Skipper. Oh, so they're all bunnies? I thought... I don't know. For some reason, I thought he was a cat. My bad. So... Okay, so making hand puppet. Okay, so it's just a... Okay. So I guess maybe we get more extras if we complete the nightmare mode. Alright, sure, fuck it. Let's complete nightmare mode. Okay. I mean, it's probably not that much tougher than the rest of the game. Already? Okay. That's taken care of. Now we just wait. Whoa, already? Okay. A little bit more aggressive, I guess. Alright, now... Oh, God. Go away. Yeah, I expected that. I heard him. But I wasn't sure if it was him or if it was the fucking... Emma going in the door. See, like, okay. Something like this. Where, like, if you don't this is a good example of what you should do. Because this night being kind of hard is making this game a little fun. Because now I'm a little bit more engaged. So, if you think about it this way, if you don't really have much of a story, what you can do instead is you can take the One Night at Flumpty's route. You could take the Flumpty's approach, and you can just make one really hard night. And that can make for an entertaining game. Because it's more of a challenge night than it is, you know, beating a Five Nights at Freddy's game. Where if you're going to make a full game out of it, there's probably a bit more that is going to be expected of you. See, this is good. This is fun. Because this is keeping me engaged in the game. Because stuff is happening a lot. And I might die. Nope, just made it. Whew. Okay. Now this is more what I'm talking about. Okay. This is more of what's needed, though, is that you're showing me that you know how to make a hard game. But... oh, fuck. You made a hard game. And that's really fucking good. But now you have to do something with it. Either make it a challenge night, or try to make a bigger story out of it. Because this I like, because this is hard. This I'm worrying that my battery's gonna run out. And I made it! See, I did that out of habit because I actually felt accomplished in beating that night because it was legitimately hard. And I beat the nightmare mode. I got my second star. So do I get any more extras? No? So I get nothing for beating nightmare mode. I beat the game now. See, that's another thing that makes this anticlimactic. So I guess to move on to like the critique part of this. So, Emma's Diner, here's the thing. It's not a bad game. It's not. It's a good Five Nights at Freddy's fan game. It functions the way it should. There's no, like, glitches. The controls are fine. The only thing that, like, control-wise that I would change is make it so that the game can remember what camera you left off on. Like, when you play Five Nights at Freddy's, any of them really, that have cameras at least, when you open up the camera monitor, it opens up to the camera that you left off on. So say, like, if I wanted to just check Pirate's Cove real quick, I don't have to click over to Pirate's Cove every time that or in the cameras, it's just there, unless I change away and then close the monitor. Or, like, in Five Nights at Freddy's 2, it stays there, unless I change away for whatever reason. But with this game, it always defaults to the show stage, which gets kind of inconvenient when you're trying to shoo away Jared. As for the others, Emma wasn't, like, honestly, the only threat in this whole game was Jared. Because he, especially in that last night, he moved really fast. But, like, once you learn that he only has one stage of, like, moving out of the curtain, you just flash him every time. And with Emma, like, she just stands in your door, and then you just flash her away. You know, like, preventing these animatronics from getting into your room wasn't hard. Except for him, because sometimes you just wouldn't get to it in time. You need more stuff like that. But another thing where the problem lies, and sure, I don't know how to offer up a solution to this, but I'm just telling you how it feels. At no point within these 6 nights did I feel like I was handling the animatronics. In the original Five Nights at Freddy's games, I feel like I'm constantly juggling, dealing with Bonnie, dealing with Chico, dealing with Freddy, dealing with the puppet, dealing with Balloon Boy. You know, I'm constantly juggling, trying to keep everything out of my room by trying to micromanage. In this game, it just kind of felt like, Jared's turn. Emma's turn. Skipper's turn. You know, it kind of felt like they came in turns instead of me having to juggle them. So overall, this fan game wasn't bad. It needs work. And again, like, I feel like there really wasn't any substance to this game. There was nothing to keep me invested until the very end, and that was only because the game got hard. If the game was either one really long, really hard night, or 5 nights with a huge, with a good story behind it, even if it, you know, you could recycle the, kids died, became animatronics thing, but, like, try to, sprinkle in something, like, Easter eggs wise, because as far as I could tell, there really weren't any Easter eggs in this game. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say about Emma's Diner. So yeah, you can find this game on Game Jolt. It's a browser game. Absolutely free to play. It'll link in the description below. So as always, guys, if you like the video, like it, comment, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one, and hit that bell notification if you want to see the next fan game showcase next week. I'm going to be playing something that isn't a Five Nights at Freddy's fan game next time. But if you have fan games that you would like to see showcased, put it in the comments below. I would love to play more fan games, especially when the quarantine's over and I have other GCN members coming in as well. But yeah, without further ado, question of the day. Have you made a Five Nights at Freddy's game? And if so, did you use the canon characters or did you use your own characters? Put that shit in the comments below, and do not forget, I forgot to mention this last time, but I want to make it perfectly clear. If you have a fan game that you made that you want us to play, put it in the comments below. Contact us on social media. We will be happy to play your fan game and give you an honest critique. I'm Bottles, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Continue.